All right, man. Hey guys, a little long on the intro there. This is a guitar that I just got yesterday. I went down to Gruhns and I figured that it was probably time for me to buy something down there just to pay my rent for hanging out so much and playing all the really expensive guitars. But man, you know, there was one down there a few months ago that I played. Every time I went in there, I played it and I was like, damn, this is a really good new Martin. And it was a sunburst top. Same model, the custom shop, you know, I don't know if this is on Authentic or what they're calling it, but it's it's the custom shop Authentic 00028. Brand spanking new. They made me a nice deal on it down there, but I bought a brand new guitar, which I don't do very often. I went down there to get the Danocaster. The Danocaster had a tweak and got a nice truss rod adjustment, a nice setup on that thing. And so when I was down there, I said, hey man, John Oates was just telling me, he called me and he goes, man, I just left Gruhns and they got some new Martins down there that are really killer. And I was like, man, show me some of those. And I played some of those, and then he goes, man, this one's really good too. And so he handed me this one, and man, I thought it was really good. I mean, for a brand new guitar, put this thing in here. So, you know, people ask about this this dog tag all the time. And, you know, my camouflage hat and dog tag, people probably think that I'm in the military or was in the military or something. But my dad was a Marine, and I've got a lot of family that are veterans and that were in the military. I've never been, but Billy Gibbons had this dog tag made for me. It just says Trap on it, and it was made by Freddie Lopez, and I think he's in Santa Fe, and he's kind of famous for making these dog tags. So I wear it every day as a good luck charm. I've worn it every day since Billy gave it to me, and these hats are melon, and they're just good for outdoor stuff, and I just like the hats. So I'm you know, there's nothing to that, folks. But I will put this down in here so it doesn't rattle. But man, I tell you, when I pick up an acoustic guitar and I play it like this, or even like this, you know, that's one thing. But man, when I pick out an acoustic, I get down into this thing. I want to tilt it up, and I want to get my head down in that thing, man. But for a new guitar, this thing really sounds good. I can't wait to see what it sounds like after a couple months of me banging on it. Fender heavy pick. But man, what a nice full sound. The notes jump out, very woody. And I go by the high strings, right? Man, just a nice, warm, woody, punchy guitar, man. I mean, so when I pick up a guitar, the first thing I do is I do the old bluegrass test, which is do this. I hit the D and the G string, man. I can tell right away if that thing's got the wood tone to it, man. And if it sounds like rubber bands, or if it has like, if those notes pop and they react fast, and the high strings aren't real buzzy and rattly and plinky, and you can actually get some, like, you know, I actually even hit those too hard, but just a nice guitar, man, nice acoustic guitar. So I wanted to show you a little bit about that. And I wanted to just talk a little bit about let me wanted to talk a little bit about the acoustic guitar and how playing rhythm and strumming the acoustic. First of all, man, it is absolutely crucial that you tune your guitar. I've been seeing a lot of guys lately that have been playing kind of out of tune, and man, you really got to tune that guitar and make sure it's playing in tune. Check out some of Uncle Larry's videos, and he'll talk about tuning and being in tune and intonating your guitars and really making sure that they're dialed in. I mean, man, I've sold so many guitars because they wouldn't play in tune. I just get rid of them. I mean, they're worthless. And so, but with the acoustic, there is a thing about a couple things that people might be missing about the acoustic stuff. One is you can bend the strings on the high E and the B string. You can get away with bending some strings a little bit. You can't bend the G string on the acoustic. So don't try to bend the G string up like you would on an electric on the acoustic. It's never going to get to pitch, and it just doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound right. And so there's that little technique. Anyway, I was going to tell you about, it's also like the acoustic guitar, much like a drum or even the electric guitar, really, it's only going to produce as much sound as it's capable of. And you have to pull the tone. Man, I want to... to hear the sound of the guitar, not the pick, not the squeaky strings or whatever, but you have to pull the tone out of this guitar. It's like hitting a drum. You got to pull the tone out of that. If you just smash it as hard as you can, it's going to choke, and you're going to get a diminishing return out of that instrument. And so an acoustic guitar, an instrument will tell you how it wants to be played when you pick it up. When I picked up this guitar, I was like, yeah, man. It's got some, What am I trying to do? It's got some heft to it, right? Sloppy playing is not helping any, but the idea is you want to, if I pick up that little Martin slot head parlor guitar, I got to be really careful because that's a delicate little guitar. So that's for like really light playing, finger picking, very soft stuff, like almost like a nylon string in a way. But if I go do a session or something, or if I go to like a jam session, whenever that would be, a party or something, I would take this guitar because it's louder and I can dig in more, and it's giving me a little bit, more. If you wanted to take that to the allergies and shit are starting to hit here in Nashville. When I go to, if I was going to play something like a bluegrass gig at the Station Inn where you're just using microphones, I'd want to have something at least this loud and woody sounding, full sounding, or I'd want to have like a D28 or a D18, like a full dreadnought guitar. But man, I really love these OM size guitars, and this one, I mean, for a brand new guitar, I think it sounds really good. Now I'm still holding out for a good old J-45 and anything old that comes along. I just want to I'm going to start building up my guitar collection a little bit more here and all that. So I hope you stick with me on that journey. That could be a fun one because I don't know really anything about it. Anyway, guys, just wanted to share a little bit of that. It's Sunday. It's raining here. Got a buddy's birthday party. Went to a friend's going away party last night. Our dear friend Kurt Story, man, he passed away. He lost his battle with pancreatic cancer, and he passed about maybe 4 nights ago. Now at 10:30 at night, he was in a coma down in Florida, and man, he fought for as long as he could. And man, that pancreatic cancer is one that not many people can survive that one. And so man, we're just gonna miss him. He was a brother, and he was like a band member. We played all the 18 South gigs. He was an amazing engineer and live and in the studio, and worked with all the great country music stars and artists, and lots of bluegrass legends, and people like as diverse as Victor Wooten, Mark O'Connor, to Bob Moore, and Jimmy Martin and Bill Monroe and all the bluegrass guys. I mean, he was just a Nashville institution. He's from here. But man, we played all the Sean Camp gigs together, all the Jimmy Stewart gigs together, all the 18 South gigs together. And man, we just had a lot of great memories with that guy, but he left us, and that's going to be a sad one. We'll probably do a big show at the station in for him. And man, that's a tough one. And I went yesterday, man, I went and spent 2.5 hours with Lindsay, who's Michael Rhodes' wife. And man, that's the first time I sat down with her in a year since Michael's passing. And he was another one, man, that this town is just, there's never going to be another human being like Michael Rhodes. And just as deep of a musician as you are ever going to find on planet Earth. And if you're not familiar with his playing, man, dig up some records. He played on thousands of records, from Sean Colvin to Garth Brooks to everybody, Steve Winwood, Larry Carlton, Oz Noy, Joe Bonamassa. We had our little trio called Tar, Trap, Abbott, and Rhodes, and man, I'm just so glad I got to share some air with Michael Rhodes, man. I mean, that was really great hanging with Lindsay at their house yesterday, and just there was some tears and some laughs and just good stuff. And so, man, these guys, hang with your brothers, tell them you love them, man, because none of us are going to be here forever. Also, not to go super negative or dark on this thing, but I also had a really, 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 really dear family that are family friends of ours. They're like family to us. I grew up going to their picking parties and learning how to play music at in their circles, and the father, is a great musician. I learned a lot from him. Nicky Mathews and man, their parties were legendary, and we'd go out there and camp, and my parents have still been going out to these parties, and they had their last party because they were going to sell their house and property, and they were going to move closer in towards Pensacola, to a little town called Milton. And so, they had the last party Friday and Saturday night. Sunday night, the house burned to the ground. Propane water tank or something leaked, and the house caught on fire. They built that house with their bare hands from the ground up. And there was kids in there, they all got out. Nobody was hurt, thank the Lord. Nobody got hurt in the fire. But the house burned to the ground. And all the instruments, all their quilts, all their, photographs, all their crafts, they were very crafty, they had a lot of crafts and stuff in there. And man, it's all gone. And they didn't have insurance because they weren't able to get the house insured because they built it from scratch. It was a unique spot way out in the middle of nowhere in the woods. And they are going to try to rebuild. They're amazing human beings. They're like family to me. And I'm going to put the GoFundMe link to donate in the top of the comments on this video, top of the description in this video. And if you can find it in your heart to find some generosity and donate, anything can help, to this family, man. I would really appreciate it. And so this is the time when we can help people. And I'm going to put the link at the top. So it's a GoFundMe. Please, just donate something. And so not to go too deep on all this stuff in this video, but man, I want to start helping our brothers when they need it, and visiting with, some of the people that we've lost, visiting with their family, and just let them know that we're still here for them, man. As busy as we get, we got to make time for these things. And so, but definitely check out these Martins. These are cool, man. I'm not playing it worth a shit this morning, but anyway, another thing, like I said, when you're strumming these guitars, just let the guitar tell you how it wants to be played, Light touch. Just a nice strum. In Nashville session world, we call that the windshield wiper. Because they'll take this acoustic guitar, man. Sometimes they don't want the big boomy tone. So they might tell you, I've had engineers tell me, man, they're like, man, get the thinnest pick you have. And so they actually want this sound. To where it's actually not giving you the full tone of the guitar. It's giving you a little bit of the tone, but you're getting some of that pick attack also, which I usually try to avoid coming from the bluegrass background. But in a track, you know, hold the pick light. That's kind of what they want sometimes, right? So that's like a thinner pick, like a thin or a medium pick, and then the heavy will give you that good, you know. Warm up a little bit this morning, but hey guys, this is my little story this morning. I'm going to a buddy's birthday party. We're going to take him to the baseball game with a little group and just rock on with the week. Got the trio gig tomorrow. Gonna just you know, I'm still working on my hands, trying to get them back to being limber. Had a nice 90-minute massage where she worked me out pretty good there, and I'm just trying to stretch and do all the things. My buddy bought me a kind of a cool hand massager that I used, and that's helping a little bit, man. Just got to stay limber, just got to keep it going. But hey guys, thanks a million. Thanks for hearing me out on this one. I hope you learned something. Mainly wanted to show you this new Martin. I'm not endorsed by Martin or anything. I paid for this one, but man, I gotta say, what a beautiful guitar, man. And there's something stuck in the sound hole, some dust, I think, or something. I think when he put the end pin. When he put the end pin in, he had to kind of route out a little bit so it would fit well. I think there's just still some dust in there, but that's the old I lost my pick in the guitar shake, right? You got to shake it out. But anyway, look at that wood, man. It's just beautiful. Really nice, very nice tuners, very nice bone nut, bone saddle, nice end pins. Just a nice custom shop Martin, and I think this is going to be a good one to add to the family that I'm going to try to grow for a change. But anyway, guys, enough talking. Have a great Sunday. Well, I'm looking forward to playing with the trio tomorrow, and we'll see you guys real soon. All right, cheers.